Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of May Google Be With You. Today's episode is all about YouTube. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, why do we need a tutorial about YouTube? We use it every day. Well, YouTube is more for than just searching for videos, especially when it comes to like recipes and makeup tutorials. It's actually a very powerful crowdsourced of information where we can find a lot of educational content to enhance our lessons. So today I'm going to be showing you not only how to search for something in YouTube, but how can we create playlists in YouTube? How can we activate our own channel? How can I upload videos of my own that I've created? And how do I subscribe to really great educational content that's out there? Now below this video, I've attached a lot of resources for you, including some really great sources for social studies, language arts, and math, thanks to Eric Kurtz, as well as I have some channel art that you can make a copy of. And I even have a support page for you to be able to learn more after this video if you've missed a step. And so we're going to get started right away by going to our very own YouTube channel and activating it first. The reason we want to activate a channel is so that we can use YouTube for more than just searching for videos. So the first thing we're going to do is we're all going to open up our Chrome browser and we're going to go to youtube.com. Once you get to youtube.com, you're going to see that traditional space where we can just simply search for videos. But what happens is we end up searching for videos and we have to kind of keep refinding them, especially from year to year or term to term. What I want to show you is how we can actually activate your very own YouTube channel. Because yes, Edmonton Catholic School accounts allow for teachers to have YouTube channels. Now, don't get scared. It doesn't mean you have to upload videos like I'm doing right now. You can if you want to, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But what I can do when I have my very own channel is I can now create playlists. And that simply means collections of videos that I have taken the time to put together in a nice list for my students so that they have that visual support for their learning. So what we're going to do is in the top right-hand corner of youtube.com, you're going to see a sign in button, and you're going to want to make sure that you sign in with your Edmonton Catholic Schools account. Now, I don't have a sign in button because I've already been signed in. But once you click your sign in, one thing that you're going to be able to look at is you're going to see something that says activate your channel. Mine doesn't say that right now because I have already activated my channel. It's just a simple couple of steps where you click through setting up your channel, making sure your name's on there. Don't worry about any of the complexities of it. We're just saying, yes, I want a channel that's attached to this Google account so that I can save things. Once you've activated your channel, you now have the opportunity to be able to make some playlists. So for example, if I was focusing on looking at the water cycle, I can search for water cycle, and now it's going to pull up a lot of different videos. Of course, we know the golden rule of YouTube, and that is watch every single video in its complete entirety before you share it with students. But once I have found something that I do like,
The water.
all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to save this because I don't want to have to keep finding it every time I come here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say save. What it's going to pull up is any existing playlist that you have that you want to be able to save it to. And you can save it to more than one playlist. If you don't have any playlist yet, what you're going to say is create new playlist. I'm going to call it water cycle. Now, you have the opportunity to make your playlist public, unlisted, or private. Private means it's a collection of videos that only you can see. Unlisted means I'd have to give someone the link to my playlist to see them. And then of course, public means anybody can search for and find your playlist. Really, I'm just using other people's videos that are already public on YouTube. So I'm not too worried about making sure that this stays private. In fact, I'm going to leave it public. So now that I have this attached to my water cycle, I can say create. Keep in mind, if you want to be able to add this to more than one playlist, you absolutely can. So there, now it's actually on my playlist and I'll be able to look for this later. It's really handy to be able to have playlists for you and your students. So now that I have this in a playlist, where can I find everything? Well, we're actually going to go to your channel. When you click your icon in the top right-hand corner of your Google account image, you're going to see something that says your channel. When you get to your channel, you have a few options. One of the things you're going to be able to notice is you're going to notice home. You're going to notice videos. This is just a list of all your videos. You see, I don't have very many here because I actually work out of MTech's YouTube channel, which I will take you to. But you're going to see playlists. These are any playlists that you have created. And it doesn't mean it has to just be content from your videos. These can be playlists you've put together for your students. Of course, channels. These are any channels that you have subscribed to. And then about. This is just simply some information about you and about your YouTube channel. Playlists are great because now that I've put together these playlists, I'm able to take these playlists and I'm able to share the full playlist with my students. So for example, if I wanted to be able to show sell stuff, there's view full playlist. It actually puts it in a view where now I have all of the list of videos. To give me these to my students, I'm simply copying the URL from the top of the playlist channel just to be able to now assign in my Google Classroom via a link. When students click that playlist link, they're going to see all of the different videos that I've put in there. What's great about playlists is I can continually add to them. It's not like they have to be entirely created and full of videos from the beginning. We can slowly add them. You can also crowdsource playlists just even amongst your students. So you can give them a challenge, a YouTube scavenger hunt perhaps. I'd like everyone to be able to find YouTube play song or video that shows the water cycle, that sings the water cycle, and that has a demonstration with graphics of it. Look, whatever you want. And now kids can put those all together. I also like the idea of we struggle with music in the classroom. What you can do is you can create an acceptable playlist for your students that has music that they're allowed to play and listen to. It saves kids kind of playing around on YouTube themselves, searching for music instead of doing their work. So you can do that a couple of ways. You can create the playlist based on music that you think would be appropriate for the class, whether that's classical, ambient, regular everyday music, or you can also just simply use a Google form, ask your kids what their favorite appropriate song for school is and build a playlist off of that. So there's lots of fun ways to be able to take these playlists and put them together for students. Now, for students to be able to learn how to find all these things and create their own playlist, I do have a little YouTube scavenger hunt down below. It's just a fun one to be able to teach them to find these different things on YouTube, but you can just as easily create an educational scavenger hunt for your students. So now here I am on MTech's YouTube channel. This is actually where I put all of these different videos. So same thing, I can see that I have my MTech channel, I'm on my channel, and I'm being able to see what everyone will see when they come here. I can see how many subscribers I have, and of course I have some channel art. Now channel art is a lot of fun to be able to customize your channel. When you do the channel art, you can select a photo from your computer, you can go to your photos, and you can go to the gallery. Now, I really like to just use my own that I create. And how do I be able to do that? There is some how to create some channel art right here for you. It'll give you some support about how to be able to create and do some channel art. Now, what I really like to be able to do is just use Google Drawings to do this. You can see here, this is my channel art, and I've even attached it below for you, but it's simply just a Google drawing that's been set up to the appropriate size. It needs to be 2048 by 1152 pixels. It's just the size that it needs to be. Once I'm done, when I create my channel art, I'm simply just going to say File, Download As, and then I'm going to be able to save it as an image. Now I'll be able to use it as my channel art and upload it. You can also customize your channel in other ways. When you choose Customize Your Channel, you're going to be able to see that you can decide what you want people to see when they come here. As soon as you say Customize Your Channel, you're going to see again those edit features, those edit buttons for your channel art. You're going to see how do you want to view it? Are you viewing it as yourself, or would you like to look at it as what a new visitor would see or what a returning subscriber would see? What I can also do is I can feature content, so I can show something for my returning subscribers every time they visit. Or for new visitors, what are they going to see first? You can have a channel trailer. Of course, I'll be able to see my uploads and all the different things I've put in these sections. I can actually customize every one of these sections that I have here. I can decide what everybody sees and in what order. You're in complete control of what you would like people to see when they get to your channel. Now, let's talk about uploading your own videos. This is really simple, and you don't have to be scared of it. You can do things in a couple of ways. When you want to upload videos, you can see I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just using a simple screen recording tool. I don't do any post-production, fancy titles, all those things, because one, I don't have a lot of time. Two, my time is better spent with you and in classrooms, and so I don't want to spend all this extra time on my different videos. I want to show how quick and easy this is for teachers to do exactly what I'm doing. You could show some really quick tutorials of lab demonstrations, safety modules, cooking tutorials. This is great for your CTF and CTS, but as well, it's really just great for some of those everyday, hey kids, this is what we're doing, and here's a tutorial that I'd like you to be able to watch, or let me show you what we're gonna do. When you post videos to YouTube, you're in control still of who can see them. So You could make something maybe be unlisted. That way you'd have to give somebody the link and you don't have the whole wide world of YouTube users looking up your videos. So I'm going to show you how I do this exact process that I'm doing for you right now and how I upload videos to YouTube. When I'm on my channel, one of the things you're going to notice is there's a little video camera icon with a plus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my video. I can drag my video right to here, or of course I can just select the video I want to be able to upload. So you can see here, I just have all of my videos saved in my Google Drive. And so I have them all here. Let's avoid the one with the buns. I have all my videos here. And so I could go and pick any one of these and just be able to upload it. Once it starts uploading it, you're going to notice that it's going to put it into a bit of a video editor. What you can do here is you can give it a description and of course a title. It'll pull the title based on what you named the video the first time. I can choose if I want it to be public, unlisted, completely private, meaning only I can see it and show it. I can also schedule my videos so that they get released at a certain time on a certain day. This is nice if you want to make a lot of videos at once. I can also take my video and I can add them to playlists. So those exact same playlists that you saw before, I can now come down here and I can choose which playlist I'd like it to show on. And of course, it can appear in multiple playlists. Another thing I can do is I can customize the thumbnail. So I can choose that awesome Google drawing that I had, and I can go ahead and I can add it. And now I have a thumbnail that goes on the front of my video that people see before they click and log in. So now what you can see is all of these different videos that I've loaded that has a little image and a thumbnail on the front of it. When I click it, it's going to take me to this video and I can watch it. Now what I can also see is the description that goes along with it. You can see how many views have been on it, and I can also assign that to the playlist. So it's really nice and easy to be able to load these videos at once. Now, notice how I'm on YouTube and I have all these different things around me. I have a bunch of recommended videos. Apparently we're all Game of Thrones fans and absolutely no spoilers because I have not seen the final season at all yet. But maybe I don't want to be able to see all of these other distracting things because notice how none of them really had anything to do with Google, even though that's what I'm looking for. And I don't necessarily want my kids to go to all of this. Well, we can actually install a really quick and easy extension that helps us take away distractions. So there's an extension that I've attached below for you called Distraction-Free YouTube. Your students would also have to install this. This isn't something that we can just force to put on them. We want them to know that they need to be able to be in control of their distractions. But what I can do is I can start to customize what I'm actually going to see on YouTube. So again, if I go back to this YouTube video here of the water cycle song, I can see all the likes, I can see the up next videos, I can see the comments. We know that some of these comments, some of these other videos are not exactly appropriate, even though we found a very appropriate video for the kids to see. We have two options for this. Number one, if you assign a video inside an assignment in Google Classroom, it doesn't actually take you to YouTube. You're just watching the video in the classroom, thereby moving the distractions. But kids are crafty, they're going to get to YouTube, so we can show them how to use this extension to control their own distractions. So now when I get here, I've got distraction-free YouTube, and I'm going to go ahead and activate it. But there are options. I can decide what would I like to get rid of. Maybe I want to get rid of the autoplay. What do you want to hide? Do I want to hide playlists, hide the sidebar, hide comments, disable playlists, anything that I want to be able to check or uncheck, I can be able to try. So I can say hide recommended videos and hide the subscription bar or not. As soon as I say activate, it's going to change my view that I actually have right here on YouTube. So you can see I took away comments, I took away the side panel, and now when I'm here, that's all I'm going to see while I'm on YouTube. So it's a really nice way just to be able to control some of the clutter. Another really amazing tool that we can use with YouTube is something called Edie Puzzle. This is free for teachers, which is really fantastic. And what it is it allows you to take YouTube content to create interactive videos for your students. So for example, I could have taken that video from the water cycle, pulled it into Edie Puzzle, and throughout the video, I could have put in some questions for my students. I get full analytics of my students of what they answered, how they answered it, did they stay on task, were they engaged, and now we have these videos come to life because kids can be able to be in this content. So I've attached the link to Edie Puzzle down below this video. You just log in with Google, yay! Once you've done that, you'll select if you're a teacher or a student. There's a lot of already created content within Edie Puzzle that you could use, that it is so easy to go inside of Edpuzzle, throw in a YouTube video, and be able to put in timestamp questions along the way to be able to support your engagement of your students, but also to make sure that they're really comprehending what's going on. So when I'm in my Edpuzzle, I've already logged in. I can see that I have access to a lot of different videos, whether I've made them or ones from other schools. So for here, if we wanted to look at renewable and non-renewable resources, one of the things you'll notice is now that video has been pulled in, and along the way, there's little questions that
Limited
get pulled
supply of
up.
water.
And so we can see if they got to that part of the video, why is water only sometimes considered renewable? Kids would be able to give their question and submit it. Now, teachers have full access to see what did their kids answer and how did they answer it. It's really great when you're looking at scientific videos, reading comprehension videos, math strategy videos, because now the kids aren't just flat consuming the content, they have to be able to provide answers and their understanding along the way while they watch the video. What's really great, Edpuzzle is fully integrated with Google Classroom, which means once I create the content, I can just assign it to my Google Classroom, and now the kids are able to get that link, watch the video, and answer the question. So definitely give Edpuzzle a try because it's a lot of fun. Now, let's also talk about different channels. We just activated our channel. So we know that there's individual videos. We know that we've made playlists, but we can actually follow a lot of really amazing people and follow their entire channel. This is simply done through subscriptions. And so you've noticed that we've got some recommended channels from Eric Kurtz below. I'm going to show you a few of those and show you how I could subscribe to them. When you go ahead and you find some of these different channels, like for example, Math Antics, well, it's a really great place where you see this individual that's able to really well explain with graphics different mathematical videos. We know that these are going to be great videos. And so I'm going to go ahead and say subscribe. What that will do is I will get a little notification or a little pop-up. Or whenever I go and visit any of my subscriptions, now they're docked for me on the side. I can go and visit any of these and always have access to that new content. Same when it comes to some really great social studies. There's new history videos every single Friday from Mr. Beat, and he puts them to some cool rap. So let's look at some of these different, what might have been drier topics, now explained with some music and some fun. And of course, there's some really great read alouds. This is a particular favorite because this is where we have celebrities being able to read different stories. Now you can have your students be able to not only have the read alouds on here, but now they can look at creating their own little quiz show of comprehension. Or you could take one of these and put them into an Edpuzzle and ask those comprehension questions along the way. Once you subscribe, it just adds to that different list, and now you can see all of those different pieces of content and know to visit them often. You could also take the whole entire channel and assign it to your Google Classroom as a material item so your kids can always know to go back to those specific approved channels in order to watch new content, instead of them just searching YouTube on their own. So just alone with all of those different channels, we can have students make great choices on YouTube instead of it being the wild west of them just searching for videos and we don't know exactly what they're looking at. The last thing I want to show you is the exciting world of virtual reality and 360-degree video. Now again, I would strongly recommend you finding the appropriate 360-degree videos or channels and then assigning that to your students. Some of the 360-degree content that's on YouTube tends to be like horror movie trailers and some of those things. Scooby-Doo is too scary for me. We don't want our kids to see that. So one of the ones I'm going to show you is actually Discovery Education has an entire series of 360-degree YouTube videos that I can explore and view on my Chromebook screen, on my phone, on my iOS tablet, it doesn't matter. But there's also sound and video, and I can completely look around. And so let me show you what it's like to swim with the sharks in Discovery Education. So Discovery Education has a whole series of VR based off of their different shows. Of course, we can subscribe to this, and we can give this link for this channel to our students. If I go through, I can see that they have different types of playlists based on all the different shows. Shark Week, I know, is a particular favorite of mine. Here, the Mythbusters went shark swimming in a shipwreck. Now, what we can do in here is we can start to see that we can look around and it's still playing. It's a video. This is a 4-minute and 10-second video. What's great is now I can go ahead and I can simply click and drag and look around, I'm not stuck watching the video in one flat screen. I'm actually clicking and moving and dragging and looking around on my own despite a video being played. It's a really neat way for kids to have a full sensory experience of them being able to not only see content, but they can hear it as it's being played. So that's it. That's our tips on YouTube today. I hope you really enjoy being able to put together some awesome educational content. If you have any questions after today, just let me know. Next week is our very last week of May Google Be With You, and I'm going to be giving away prizes every single day, including a daily giveaway to a guaranteed spot for our Google Summit. So have a great weekend, everybody, and see you next week.